How's it people? It's Raine Rajin here. Today's video is going to be a Q&A gamer tag, tagged by Alpha Saint. Shout out to you, Alpha Saint. Someplace on the screen, I don't know where, but will be his link to his channel. Check him out. Anyway, here we go. Actually, I have a lot of favorites, like other Super Mario's, Final Fantasy 11 and 14, Skyrim, DW2, Animal Crossing, Banjo and Kazooie, Crash Bandicoot, most of Sims, WoW, Star Wars: The Old Republic, Knights, and Pandemonium. Those are all my favorites, but my all-time favorite that I would have to give props to is King's Bounty. King's Bounty is a game that turned me into a hardcore gamer. When I first started playing King's Bounty, it's like I couldn't stop. I don't know, it's like playing 24 hours, night and day. I think I played it 3 days straight and I completed the game. My current favorite video game is Final Fantasy 14 Online. We've been working on storyline, doing dungeons and raids. We're trying to get the storyline completed so we can go into the new maps that the expansion Heaven's Ward has to offer. Yeah, that's my favorite video game at the moment. It would have to be fantasy adventure RPG, mainly MMORPG, and simulated games like Sims, like, you know, Sims 3, Sims 4. Since Atari came out, I guess. Pong and Asteroid on Atari. That would have to be Final Fantasy because I was playing that game for like 11, 12 years. Actually, I guess you could say 11. I'd like to say 12, but my last year playing it, it was like I was like playing on and off. I wasn't on regularly. I was like off for like months at a time. But that would have to be the most hours that I clocked in because I was playing it for like 11 years on a daily. I would have to say 5 days. 5 days straight, no sleep. Zombified, mushed brain, just, I don't know. It was just, when it first came out and we was on it, I was like crazy. It was just crazy fun. So, yeah, me and my daughter did 5 days straight and we was just zombie after. First and foremost, I want to give my sympathies and condolences to the family of Mr. Satoru Iwata. He was a developer at the Nintendo Gaming Corporation. May he rest in peace. With that being said, my favorite game developers are Koichi Ishii, Nobuaki Komoto, Koichi Ogawa, Akihiko Matsui, Mizuki Ito, Hiromichi Tanaka, Ken Narita, Yoshiki Aiba, Sato Kato, Naoshi Mizuta, Fumi Tanioka, and Nobuo Uematsu. And these are developers that consist of directors, producers, designers, artists, and composers, and they all together as a team developed Final Fantasy XI. These are the developers of Square Enix. I'd have to say mine and my family's characters that we created. First of all, my honey's character, Kamehameha, and my daughter's Dinch from Final Fantasy XI, and Kali Mok and Lisa Skying, and Adaman and Isabel from FF14. I'd have to say my character from FF14, Raine Rajin, because she's badass. I'd have to say my character Rajin from 11 because I was that crazy Uber white mage that would go around casting cure on everybody. If you ask people on Pandemonium server, you'll have a lot of players on there that would say that, yeah, that I saved their life. Just casting cure on them as I passed by. Can I pick my own character? If not, then I'd have to say that chick from Heavenly Sword. Kalihimok, when he's dancing in his subcar. I'd have to say Kefka. I think that's how you say his name. I heard some people say Kafka, but I think it's Kefka. He's from the city of Final Fantasy. I don't know, he's just so annoying. I'm gonna start with my consoles that are old school. I kind of group it up into like category. Anyway, let's start with Atari and Coleco. I know the question is not what we owned, it's what we own. And we do own a working Atari and a working ColecoVision console. Anyway, and then okay, we own. I mean, we have an Atari handheld, but that one's all busted up. It's not working. But we do still have it. We're like keeping it as a souvenir. It's a place around somewhere in the house. We have a TurboGrafx that is working. We have it nicely packed away in the closet. We have PS1, PS2, PS3, no PS4. They're all working. We have NES, Super NES, Nintendo 64. They're all working as well, but we don't have them out. We have it packed away. We have GameCube and Wii. Those two we have out. We have all the Game Boys and DS handhelds. Even down to the original DS. Even down to the original Game Boy. Some are packed away, and some are like laying around the house, but we do have them. Then we have Sega, Sega Genesis, Sega CD. Um, I wish I could say Sega Saturn. I don't know if we have it or not. We had two Sega Saturn game systems. I know one we gave away. Um, we bought a second one at Toys and Joys, but I'm not sure if we still have it um or if that's the one that we gave away. But so I'm not sure about that one. But we do have the Xbox 360. Um, we don't have the Xbox One. Um, but I do have a Alienware PC, my Dell laptop, Samsung tablet, and my Samsung smartphone. And all four of those platforms I play games on. My first game platform was the Atari game system. I would have to say PC now because back when I started playing Final Fantasy 11, I used to play on PS2, and then Square Enix discontinued. Instead of jumping on the PlayStation 3, I heard that the PC had nice graphics, so instead I had invested in an Alienware. Since then, I fell in love with PCing. Plus, I noticed on the PC and laptop keyboard, I'm a little bit more gentle. I remember when I used to play on the gaming console and I used to have a separate keyboard, and every time somebody would piss me off, I'm like, and you don't know how much keyboards I went through and how much I broke. I'd have to say I prefer playing girl character because I don't know, like with a guy character, I guess you're expected to know, like they expect you to know what you're doing, and they're not as lenient. With a girl character, they tend to be, I mean, guys tend to be more of a gentleman towards you. So like, if you like fail at a mission or a dungeon, they'll tell you like, oh, that's okay, no problem. Try to figure it out through trial and error. But once in a while, when I'm playing a game that's kind of new to me, my son will hook me up and look up a walkthrough or playthrough for me that I can follow step by step. Other than that, I like to learn and venture and learn how to do it on my own. Back in 2005, I attended the Final Fantasy 11 tour in Hawaii. It was held at PC Gamers in Aiea at the Porokai Shopping Center. Have to be the near future because I'm excited for Sword Art Online game. It's not an online game, but then that's the name of the anime. Um, and they're coming out with the game version of it. I have two. They're both from Final Fantasy 11. Let's start with the best feeling one. Um, when I first started, there was this a friend of mine that I met. I talked about them in a previous video, the TMI tag, but he was from a group called the Gym Pan, and his name was Rajin, and he was kind of like my mentor, and he took me on this journey to Lyndhurst, to his hometown. Um, anyways, it might seem like nothing, but then like to me, starting off with game, not knowing anything about it, um, you know, to the biggest super noob on the game, it was like everything. It was like the world to me. Um, it was exciting. It was like a thrill. We crossed like 4 different maps, 6 total if you count the maps outside of the town. Um, well, 5 for me because like I got one to levels. I got 1 to level 7 right outside of town, and then he had taken me through the other maps. So we went through the same plateau, Welcome Dunes, Sabina, which is like a boat harbor. We rode the boat to Mahara, and then we snuck our way through Buburimo Peninsula, which was for level 7. That's kind of scary, because the mobs over there range from level 17 to level 30. Even at level 17, on my level, being at level 7, even if I was like in a group of 6 people, we still wouldn't be able to take down the mob. So I thought that was cool. Just sneaking our way through there, it was like thrilling, like really exciting. Then there's Tenrahi Canyon, Garuda, and then you enter into town, which is Lyndhurst Woods, and then there's Lyndhurst Waters. The other best memory that I have was again on 11. This one, I was with my family. We were with a friend of ours called Obi Aris. He's called Obi. Anyway, I think we were bringing him to Lyndhurst. We caught the boat. Nobody told Obi that if you fish on the boat, that that you can catch monsters, and if you catch a monster, sometimes it's a notorious monster. And anyways, he went fishing and he caught a notorious monster. It was called the sea horror. I'll show you the clip after I explain what happened. Anyway, the sea monster came, instantly killed him, and then it went for the next person that was next to him. And that was this Taru guy. We were like in the back of the ship, because like there's the ship, and then the back part there's these stairs, and then there's the captain's quarter, and then you can run like around. Anyway, he ran up the stairs. He instantly ran up the stairs towards us. And the Tartar came running towards us. I didn't even budge because I knew I was gonna die, because we were all low level, and even though we were in PT, even if we tried to fight it, we still wouldn't be able to take it on because we were that low level. But anyways, Tartar came running up the stairs. He ran around, went back down the stairs, came up the stairs, went down the stairs, and the Taru kept going round and round, up the stairs, down the stairs, up the stairs, down the stairs. And then my honey was on the side. He had sneak on him, so it didn't. I don't know if sneak or really actually works when it comes to NMs, but then um when the sea heart passed us, it did the AoE. It did an AoE and instantly killed us, but my honey was still alright. And Taro was going down the stairs, up the stairs, down the stairs, and Sihar was on his tail, and he made the mistake of passing through the captain's quarters, because the captain's quarters is on the top of the stairs, but then it's like in the middle, and there's these two doors that you can enter and then exit from the other side. So he went through there, and the Seahorror went around, and then he went down the stairs and up the stairs, and then the Seahorror followed him. But this time he went around from the back, and the Seahorror cut through the captain's quarters like how he did earlier, and boom, he died. And then we thought that it would go after my honey because he was like the last person to be alive. But Kamehameha lucked out. He didn't get hit because the boat ride timer ran out and the boat was docking, so it went into load screen, and he was the only one that came out safe from the sea horror. It was so funny. Oh, and then like after it docked, we're, we're at Mara, and you would see all the dead bodies pile up on each other like a deck of cards. It was just so hilarious. Yeah. So, anyways, my honey started raising people. We always, whenever we raise people, we all start with the mages, the white mages and red mages, because they're the ones who can raise other people. So he did that first, and then all the other mages started help raising people as well. But none of the mages wanted to raise Obi. They left him dead on the ground. But lucky thing we were there to help him out. Anyways, I thought that story was kind of classic. It's one of those hilarious stories that you only come across once in a lifetime. My worst memory, again, is on Final Fantasy 11. When we hit like level 23, 24, we moved from one leveling area to another, and at 23, 24, we have to catch the Kazam airship to go to jungles, and it was like terrible because it was like lag city. We'd be in party, and the lag was so bad. It was like watching screenshots of yourself. You couldn't even tell if you were doing your ability. It wasn't. I mean, you couldn't even see the game. It was like watching a slideshow, but it was like that bad. But that's probably my worst memory. I have to say my own characters that I created. I have to say Rainegirl, Rajin, and Keisha on FF11, and Raine Rajin, Skoshidaki, Tequila Rose, Sweet Midori on Final Fantasy 14. And then Rainegirl on WoW, and Raine Rajin, and Rainy Fyra, and Taylor Kite on GW2, and Keisha and Honey Girl on Skyrim, and I think that's it. Cause the reason why I pick my own characters is because I kind of base my characters on myself. They don't look like me, but I try to instill a little bit of myself in them. The the personality or persona that the character gives off is kind of like me. And it's weird because like when I play the game, I'll make like what do you call that? The wave emote or motion. When I make my character wave, I'll be waving to like at the screen, or I'll be cheering or laughing. Um, whenever I make my characters do those things. Um, so yeah, it's like there's a little bit of me in the characters that I create. So I would say those are the characters that represent me the best. Well, that was the last question. I guess now I'm supposed to tag other people. Um, I don't know if they're into this kind of thing. It's not mandatory, but it's a nice fun tag to do. Okay. The first person I wanted to pick was Noel, the angel, but he was already tagged by Alpha C. Got him. Alpha, you got him first. Um, the other person I would tag is Bearded Gamer, the redheaded bearded gamer, and his fiancee, Stephanie Summer, aka Pickle. The other person I tag is Syko Gamer and Eric the Hysteric, and that would be like 4 people already. So, my fifth person is, if he has time, Chocobones. I tag you guys. I had fun doing this Q&A gamer tag. It brought back a lot of memories. Um, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like, and comment, share. Sharing is caring. And I'll see you on the next video. See you later. Much love and love to you. It was Pong, right? Because when Atari came out, when he had Pong, Asteroid, Defender, he never had Centipede yet. Had Space Invaders. And Centipede? What's the first game you played? Wait, what's the first game you ever played? It would have to be Pong, right? Yeah, that's the first video game that ever came out, right?
But it wasn't on the NB system.
Which? Pong was on Atari. Pong was on Atari.
I know, after they did a rebooted that shot on Atari, but originally it was in the machine. We had the machine.
What, the ColecoVision?
No, it didn't have any for the machine.
Oh, I don't know, but when we got our Atari, we played Pong. Was the first game I ever played Pong and Asteroids on Atari. Can't be both. Gotta be one. Should I say Asteroids or should I say Pong? I have a turbo back. I just was tripping out. I looked up and then I seen you like. I don't like. Huh? Oh yeah, I forgot Sims.